Ebusia TV. Enyansafo nko anehwe.
Ebusia yemo nyina kwaba na yemfa momra Ebusia 1 TV. Ebusia 1 TV na waje se enyansafo nko anehwe. Breaking news. Survey bi ifi info analytic Mr. Dankwane di omonim. Amoma yesa survey ne dia ba. Survey ni echirim MPP Ira Canada Japan Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia adutwum ekwabere Japan ena Brian Echampo. Di obedi nkunim bia no so. Se omo de toto NDC amanyuko nipa a omo yatete se omo so ebe person be contest even though no omo ankasa ma abonten na meto omo num tue se omo be contest obi etese Haruna Idusu Johnson Esiedu Nketia Ira Atoforsen Professor Nana Jopuku Acheman ene omo ka ho Erikupuku ene omo ka ho so omo mu bi ewini a and this MPP candidate oberi ni bia na betimi no ma contest ya na Musa Dankwa e de Haruna Idusu Julius Debra Johnson Esiedu Nketia ena Atoforsen titiru ena ode yes as of the year ode compare MPP candidate Japan ena afi Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia titiru ahwe se obi oberi ni bia na se nipa fo ya mabu mu di NDC mu se omo ni mu bi ena contest ya say na beko na no kwasem ne say ade na yehu e de ama NPP a pe survey Musa Dankwa ye ne de na say emfa ho ni obi a mbeto abayi ni 31st bia no de NDC beyi no say Julius Debra say Johnson Esiedu Nketia say Haruna Idusu ano omumu bia ne hono a MPP candidate no ebetimi ne nagina won na a contest e wo hodo na enam no mu ama eneme ne wo ka say lawyer Eligi Tamakru baba abontra be kasa ama ono nso chirem a ma obi enha no ofisi asat now no sa candidate ebo mu di obi ene won mu a wato no nim tu akasa obe contest na NDC nchichiri mu no se wo mo wa aban mu se ya omutumi de busum be se du mienu na etnase na omo edi yi wo mo candidate e wo holo mu enti wo mnyanyi wo mo candidate ndi sa ankomo wo yin kra na ekoso no wo no enye ne ka wo mo. The most important thing is omo be ye adwuma aso omutumi ye adwuma yi di a ene na candidate be bia no ombedi enkunim na so Musa Dankwa Eligi Tamakru lawyer Andy Apia Kubi ene wo mo ka ho no wo mo atrase a wo ma hwehwe nkomo me pese yenko na yenkore sede Musa Dankwa si cheche ni nsim no eye lawyer Eligi Tamakru afi wo mo keka ho no enkomo mo di no mo de atodwa na lawyer Martin Kpebu kra de ose no kwasem ni MPP ni serious se wo be wini aba enka sa mema we ko bi ene wo so didi wo manim e wo hono yenko na yenko rese de mu si ebo enko
let's get to Public Accounts Committee. They are saying that even they are looking for somebody to invest in that company.
Yes, but it's not the same as taking the responsibility.
Your beef is that it is a
You will look at it.
Hold on.
You will look at it right. We will not be
You want to take all the other candidates. Foreigner to come in.
You will look at it right. Jambo will look at it right. In any sense, come on, man. It's so laughable. That's why I say MPP is not ready for 2028. Listen, you want a candidate. And the two doesn't have the charisma. You see, it doesn't have the charisma.
Is that all you look out for in a leader?
No, it's also very important. Very, very important. He doesn't have the charisma for presidency. He's a good guy, right? Oh, I've seen him once or twice. That's it. Now, when you're looking for the president, there's that spark. There's something. He hasn't postured, you see, as somebody who can be father of the nation. No. But not Japan, not, I mean, I have nothing to say that
for me,
it's just that it's not, you see, his time is gone. His time is gone, you see. And when I say that, the reason his time is gone is that for 2028, he cannot win. And so the real game is for 2032. That's why I keep saying that. So they should bring the youngster, bring Guama, you see, Patrick Guama, so that he will contest 2028, lose, and then by 32, everybody say yes, now he's right. That's the game. 2028,
that's your recommendation.
Yes, yes.
Support him.
Yes.
Okay.
So Bawumia for 2028 is that it means MPP is dashing
What about it being extracted by the FB? You have your view, okay, and that remains your view. Just as everyone else on the table have their view. How does that also influence on the view of the people? That's what I check in here. Well, this is it. And you asked this question about who leads the NDC. He says it's premature. But then again, as I indicated, all these people have not in any way come out to declare their intentions of whether or not they want to lead the NDC. So why are you doing this?
Alfred, who else will lead NDC outside this group?
You're asking who else will lead?
Which MC? Which MC? Which CEO? Which CEO will lead NDC outside this group? This analysis is completely
well, why do you think there wouldn't be any other outside of this group?
Earlier in this country, you can't come from the back and lead the country.
Yes.
Absolutely not. Nobody that is unknown to the public can somehow catapult himself to lead NDC. It won't happen.
And again, I'm very satisfied. Thank you. I'll come to you. No, you're not on yet. Okay, this is it. You say that based on your argument,
Yes.
and the information you say you are privy to, these are the persons who have not come out to declare, but you are using them for your test samples. How I agree so? Dr. Kasila to force in, Professor Jenano Pokwadimant, on your previous post, she was not in there. Yes. So now you have amended. Added her. Julius Debra, Samuel Kudeto Ablakwa, Professor Joshua Alabi, and then Eric Opoku.
Yes.
They are great ministers.
According to Mr. Dankwano, Haruna Dusu out of forcing Sidin Ketia, Professor J. Dano Pokwajman, Julius Debra, Okujeto, Abrakwa, Professor Joshua Alabi, and Eric Opokuno. Ohu obia obetimi efree abontene efree saa edi egugu ha mu se obetimi edi NDC anim 2028 according to ono no wo se we mu nyina na obi ani wa waba abontene abekere se opese otu franka ma NDC but edi a egusu wa abontene nam so ma odi aye survey no sisi as orre a ni survey na aba no who to lead NDC in 2028 voters preference Hana Dusu enya 26%. Ato Force in 23, Sedun Ketia 22, Vice President Enya 11. Na yentie Musa Dankwani nchiri ma ode urban.
Nobody will come outside this group to lead NDC.
But the numbers can change.
The will change.
I hope the numbers also change.
The numbers will change. The numbers will change.
Yes.
But the faces, some may even completely
I'm disappointed
I
some
see.
of the numbers interesting. But then you go ahead to do this head-to-head
Yes.
of, the top 3 or 4 persons you pick from here.
Yeah.
That assuming it is Haruna Agriso.
Abuswa Musa Dankwasa ato so aye interesting post bi. Na ohra wo de say nipa no office ombetu frank ade ama NDC no. Omumu bia compare bo mia ne no so aye post na. Why na 2024 betimi awe election? Se Hana Dusu any Dr. Elijah Mahmoud Baumia na ekwa Hana Dusu 56 na Baumia 40 na se Baumia ne de obi for from so 4% yenti ni nchiri mu eno so ode airby
Kasila to forcing 58% as against Odomambo Baumia 38% if elections were held in December. That's interesting.
Why a difference?
Why the difference?
Demography. When you put Haruna Agriso against Dr. Baumia, the accounts don't have their favor. You see the accounts sitting on the fence. Some will not vote.
I see.
When you throw in up to forcing, and they come out.
That's what led to
The changes you are seeing there.
And then you go to
Sammy. Yes. He is performing far worse than at forcing and having a compared to against Baumia. For that race, it is much tighter for NDC if it is at Mosquito against Baumia. 10 points here instead of maybe 12 or 13.
And then you do Julius Debra.
The same thing. He is on the same level as Mosquito, likely. And this is against
Kennedy
put him against Dr.
So against Kennedy, Debra is 5'3" and Kennedy is 51. You put Haruna Idrisu against Kennedy, Haruna goes 61%, and Kennedy goes to 34%. You know why?
Tell me.
In a race in the north where DMB is not a ticket, the entire northern bloc vote protest against MPP and they go to Haruna Idrisu.
I see. Protest for.
The entire northern sector, northern votes.
Because the Mahmoud Bamia's
Absolutely.
footprints in the
It's
northern
not.
Ghana is not without them.
Yes.
Then you see
Here, the same effect, but then the accounts again come out a lot more when it is Atu than when it is Haruna Idrisu.
cross this header of who is going to be leading the party into 2028. It will then be the NDC also
But it's
having
not
to carry
pulling
their own.
with Dr. Brian Champon as contestant on our ticket. Do that and let's see the difference. The same demographic.
Okay, you answer that question. Yes. Why are you not
We have a
using
criteria. If you're not crossing a threshold, we
right?
will not use you as a head-to-head.
Wait till 31st and you see him cross.
After 31st, he will do it.
And the same demographic factors will work for Dr. Brian Champon, as you suggested, because it is not just only in Akan, but Akan with some constituency within the Akan region will make a difference.
You are very popular. Okay. Well, thank you. You're honest. So in 28 days, we'll see the picture will be clear. But then
If
for the
Martin is
NDC,
contesting, then I will.
they'll have a lot more to also deal with and think about going forward. You have put your neck on the chopping board on this.
But these numbers should change. And there's a crucial thing that I think should be said. The power of incumbency gives every NDC candidate a 30% lead immediately. All right?
Right.
Anybody the NDC puts up has a 30% going for them already because of the goodwill that President Mahama is banking for them.
And if he
That is
continues,
now. That is
For now,
one
that is
period.
one.
and
Yeah.
if he continues,
And that's where I'm going. So that is now. There's 3 years to come. And these 3 years are going to be the tests. The spending will start, the jockeying will start. Okay? The scandals will come up. They are cooking them right now. Alright? And then you have a situation where
How do you know? Because
I know.
scandals are being.
I know you hear some. I am busy right now.
check with Ora.
Relax, let me finish.
I
See,
see.
and then you have a situation where they are changing horse. President Mahama is not on the ballot. President Mahama has been at the front of Ghana's politics for the past 40 or so years. 30 at least. Alright? Has been tested left, right, and center. And is right now on top. None of these gentlemen have gone through that. Okay? So when those chips are down, when you go to the market and you see a hen or a chicken, okay, the feathers are on that chicken. So you may see a big hen or chicken. When you come home and you put the water on them and you plug them, you will see their real weight. Now, let me explain why I'm using that analogy. Dr. Baumia is like a chicken whose feathers have been plucked. What you are seeing there is the real weight of the man at his lowest. This man has just suffered a very terrible election defeat. And he manages to retain that level of performance in the face of the most popular government in the last 30 or so years of this government. So one of them is a chicken with all their feathers. And the other one has been plucked clean. And that is their weight. So when these things come together and the power of incumbency is shelved because President Mahama is dropping off, And these new gentlemen, and by the way, you want to take Haruna and the list that they showed there, I am sure, and I've told somebody, one of them will be president in my lifetime, maybe two. So I'm not saying they are all bad candidates.
Name all these persons.
These people there are two people there. Okay? If Martin reminds me, I'll tell him later. Two people who will be president in my lifetime in NDC. So they are very good candidates, only two.
Only two out of the what?
Only two out of this lot.
Nine.
Next time. Yeah, not the next time, but two of them will be president in my lifetime. God help me. Now, so my point is, they are very good candidates. But the dynamics, what Musa is putting here is correct today. And he will tell you, all these things will change. One, because President Mama is no longer going to run. That incumbency thing will shave down. Two, when you pluck a chicken, you will know their real weight. These people are getting a 30% right just by NDC. Anybody they put on NDC will get this one. On the other hand, you are looking at a man in Baumia who has been tested for 20 years, under scrutiny for 20 years, suffered a massive election defeat, and still retains the level of popularity he retains. That is the block chicken. That is his real weight. You see that?
Well, thank you. John, you see, the incumbency advantage or disadvantage, you put it at 30%.
It's also coming up.
Today is
In
30%.
the years to come,
How
depending
things
on
play
how
out.
the government,
The economy and all of that, which is going to be a very major determinant on this.
how the individuals
Thank you.
also carry themselves.
Thank you very much. Yes.
You see, all the people who Musa Dankwa had put their beautiful pictures there, all of them will beat anybody MPP will present
Today.
fact. But the question is,
You mean all these people?
all these people,
And he
but
that
the-
today is very important.
But you see, for me, the critical question is, NDC politics is a timing politics.
Timing.
Timing.
Which one is not true?
And so if you miss the timing conversation in NDC, you are gone. Check from 1992. One misstep, you are gone. And you are gone for good. One misstep,
Unless you are President Mahama. You want
and
to
you
move
are
forward.
gone. And he bid his time. And time made the difference for him. Quintessential. You hardly get that. A person who got the timing right. That's him. Uniquely so. We have seen growing up people who had all kinds of ambitions in our party, and later it became a very serious one. So it's good Musa Dankwa is doing his work, but I can tell you that it's completely premature. Completely premature, because where I sit and what I see, possibly just one word from the mouth of President Mahama can change all the dynamics. What about that? Our party, if you recall, there were many who were on their flinches. It took one radio declaration to change the dynamics of everything. That's the NDC for you. Our party hardly sticks to models. The NDC is a very unique political party. And so, yes, Musa Dankwa is an accomplished pollster. He's done this not only in Ghana, he's done this not only for politics, but even for private organizations. He pulls beautiful numbers for private organizations, and I respect him a great deal. But I'm saying that the conversation about NDC flag bearership today is a very premature conversation, and I do not have the competence to tell him not to. What I can urge our party supporters is that we have governance ahead of us. The expectation of the people of Ghana is to deliver on the social contract that President Mahama and the NDC signed with them on the 7th day of December 2024. That is their only legitimate expectation of us. When the time comes, and per the NDC constitution, this whole year we dedicate it to reorganizing the party. We'll do our branch elections, constituency election, regional election, national election, per the party constitution, when we are in government, we have 24 months within to elect. When we are in opposition, 24 months to do that, so you can have enough time. But when we are in government, there's not much urgency.
That's 12 months.
12 months is enough for us to do.
So you want to worry about this in 2027?
Because the point is, if we don't deliver, putting anybody on it, and President Mahama has this analogy he used to make. He said, if the horse is not healthy, the person who mounts the horse is irrelevant. Get a healthy horse, and the person who mounts it only do just an additional work. And so at this point, how do you get the NDC as a political party to be healthy for a future election? By delivering, by working on the expectation of the people of this country. That for me is what is important. Once you do that, all other things will fall in place. We will win the 2028 election.
Put out this week that there are some elements in the party who are pushing this agenda of a third term for the President John Dramani Mahama, even though the President himself has stated that he is not interested. And in fact, the Constitutional Review Committee says it never came up as a topic. But this is Fifi Kwete earlier in the week. And I'll ask you what exactly is going on, reason why he came out to make this public statement of caution to people in the party who are doing this. Take a look.
These days, it saddens me when I see so much sycophancy creeping into our party. I see a group of people who obviously, from every indication, they believe that singing the praises of a leader is the only way they can survive. And that's why you hear some of those people even urging statements like there should be a third term. It's just nothing but sycophancy. Pure sycophancy and bootlicking.